What's going on, YouTube? It's James with ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I'm bringing you today a very special ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Report because it is Game 5, Round 5 of Buckeye Battles 2017. Now, guys, I'm going to go over this right now. I'm going to go over the game. After the game, I'm going to go over who won the tournament, and then basically how did my units perform overall, because usually I figure people would care about who wins before caring about what my units do, but whatever. Maybe I'll do it in reverse, who knows. Anyways, I know, but you don't. Anyways, so yeah, guys, to give you a recap really quick from round 1 through 4, my microphone keeps sliding off my head, by the way. Okay. Game 1, I had a massacre win. Game 2 and 3, I had a 15-5 win. Game 3, I actually had a tie, a 10-10. If the game would have went on any further than what it did, I would have had a small win. So Game 4, Game 5, I'm actually still on the same table, which really annoyed me, by the way. I actually was gathering all my shit, putting it all together, making sure all the units were there. I actually missed going in line for lunch, which I'll show you a picture. This is all of us hanging out outside at lunch. I'm going to have to pull it out really quick. Pull out the picture, you freaking pervert. God, you guys are so wrong. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, I'm getting it on my phone right now so I can put it on here before I forget. So, this is a bunch of the guys having lunch together, just sitting outside, shooting the shit. And as you can see, really quick from left to right, I can't tell who was behind my brother. But we have Mark from Green Dragon Game, we have James Valdez, we have Todd Wyatt, we have Phil Carl, we have Gene Phelps from Wargaming of the Balcony, and then we have two Team USA guys, Joel Flint and Ryan Capps there. And we're all just sitting there like, alright, who we're going to play, We're trying to figure out points. People are telling their war stories of the game. This guy did this, I rolled this, and oh my god, I can't believe it. Now, most of these guys are my friends. Most of these guys are people I've hung out with, you know, and I enjoy that I met them throughout the game, through this game, throughout the tournament and beyond before that. Anyways, so we're all sitting there. First off, Ryan Capps on the right is in the lead. He is playing Germany, not Germany, what's his name? Johannes. Johannes is from Germany, excuse me. And Johannes is this Infernal Dwarf player who came from Germany to Buckeye Battles, and he has 20-0 victory, 20-0 victory, 20-0 victory. He is on top. And Ryan Capps is pretty much right behind him. He has like a 20-0 victory, 20-0 victory, something like that. You know, I'm actually going to look this up while we're here. While I'm on here talking this. Ooh, they wouldn't have it up because he's not signed up to War Score. But Ryan Capps is. Yeah, Ryan Capps has a 13-20, 19-20, and I'm not going to say the last one. Anyways, so Ryan Capps is doing pretty good, right? Anyways, so while we're sitting here eating lunch, we get a message showing who we're playing next. So everybody starts going over who they're playing next. And of course, Ryan is playing the German. So that's for the battle for first place. And I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, good luck. Everybody's like, good luck, Ryan, good luck, Ryan, good luck, Ryan. Because we don't want the coveted Buckeye Battle Award going to another country. No, we want to keep it here. We have 100 players here. How would that look if over 100 players of America are there, then one guy from Germany comes and just takes it away from everybody? How would that look? Anyways, and then I forgot who everybody else got matched up against except for my brother. My brother was sitting right next to me, actually. And he's like, shit, I'm playing Chris Mintz. And I'm like, oh, man, who do I got? He goes, Jeremy Gottschalk. Okay. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. Because, just to let you guys know who Jeremy Gottschalk is, there's a lot of backstory to this Game 5. Alright? By the way, the Game 5 won't take that long. But Jeremy Gottschalk is not only on Team USA. He was my friend. He's my friend from Team USA last year too. But this year alone in tournaments at the Gauntlet, Jeremy Gottschalk took first place. At Battlecry in Maryland, Jeremy Gottschalk took first place. At Adepticon in Chicago, he took third place. And then I think there was another one he took first place in. I feel like there should be. So Gottschalk is on fire right now, and I don't think he played in Ocon because he was running Ocon. But yeah, Jeremy's a force right now that you just really don't want to mess with. But I'm like, you know what? I have a better chance at playing Jeremy than playing any vampire list. I'm just being 100% honest with you. I have a better chance playing Jeremy than any fucking vampire list. And not only that, when I come back to the table and I realize I gathered all my shit and took me forever to gather all my shit, and I realize, oh shit, I'm on the same table. I could have just left all my shit out and just chilled out for another 20 minutes or so. Anyways, so we get there, and one thing is, Jeremy's not playing his demon list. He's playing a newer list to him, which is Beast Turds. So, and I think he's actually more points than me. Right now I'm at 60 points. Alright, so most people are at 60 points, or not most people, excuse me. Like the top tier people are at between 80 to 60 points. Okay? Just roughly around there. I'm on table 5. I know Mark has 60 points and he's on table 4. And he's playing a vampire list. So that's the funny part. Is I look to the left of me, Mark's playing a vampire guy. I look to the right of me, Jesse's playing a vampire guy. I look past Mark on table 3, and I think it was... No, Shannon played Phil Blake. Somebody else was playing John Ailes, who was a vampire guy. And I was like, dude, vampires have the whole top half of this tournament. I was like, oh, shit. And I'm lucky that I did not get a vampire guy. I was like, god damn. It's the truth. It is the truth. So, we get to the table, and it's me and Gottschalk, alright? And, obviously Gottschalk's putting his guys out. My guys were all on the table already, and I was like, son of a bitch, I didn't have to put this together and waste 20 minutes. But Gottschalk's like, what are we playing those rocks as? And I was like, I played them as ruins last game. He goes, you can't play them as ruins. That doesn't make any sense. It's impassable. And I was like, fuck, alright, can't use the same tricks as I did last time. But Jeremy is bringing out a Beast Herd army. Okay, so I'm like, well, there's not much shooting. I don't have to deal with it as much. We'll go from there and see how it goes, right? But, excuse me. He goes ahead and I tell him first, like a cocky son of a bitch I am. I go, Gottschalk, I gotta give you some bad news right now. And he's like, what's that? I go, I am undefeated. 2 years in a row, I am undefeated. I have yet to lose at Buckeye battles. And he's like, well, you're gonna lose right now. I was like, okay. I was like, so this is gonna be fun. Now again, Gottschalk's my friend. We talk crap to each other all the time. He starts pulling out his list and he tells me, have you played Bob? I said, yeah, I played Bob round 3. And he goes, okay, well, Bob has the same list that I do, except there's a couple changes. Just a couple. In Bob's list, Bob has Gore-Tex. In Jeremy's list, Jeremy has Centaurs. Okay. That's interesting. He has Druidism. Now, I'm thinking in my head, like, fuck, Druidism with the Beast Herds. He's going to restore wounds. He's going to do all that, right? And the thing is, truthfully, is in Bob's game, I didn't have to worry about a Druidism Shaman. But in my game against Gottschalk's not going to give me his Shaman that easy. It's gonna be a fight to get his Shaman. So I'm like, all right, this could be interesting. Anyways, let's go over what I have in my army. Let's go over what he has, and we'll go from there. So yeah, as you can see, I have my Idol of Gork. I keep saying Gork. Idol of Chicken from the First Order of Chicken. Crom the Conqueror. Crom the Conqueror has he's an idol of the green gods. Basically, he's a buff monster. Over here, I got my K-Pack, my Koga Kaiser Koenig dogs, and they're respectable riders, which aren't even not there yet, except for Grom. Anyways, the dogs. This is a very funny story. Is I left. I was trying to get a game on Universal Battle one night, and I went on Universal Battle 1 and 2. I left this army, my whole army, my Buckeyes army, and my ETC army, up on Universal Battle 2, and then all of a sudden John 653 joins the room, and he stays in the room, and he goes AFK. Well, I got a game on Universal Battle 1, so I closed out the tab on Universal Battle 2, but since John stayed in the room, and John didn't leave for 24 hours, that room, my list was just exposed, where everybody could go in and look at my army, look at the game. They were probably asking John the whole night, "Hey, you want a game? Hey, you want a game?" But John wasn't even there. So Jeremy goes in the room. He sees my army, and he sends me a Facebook message, and he goes, "If I was to get rid of anything in your army, it would be those 3 chariots." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I'm like, "Ah, shit." John never left the room. And then I was like, "John, get on your damn thing and close out the room so people can stop staring at my stuff." Anyways, I just thought that was really funny. Over here, I got 5 Wolf Riders. They're just there for chaff purposes. I got King Koopa. King Koopa is a 1-up, 4-up Goblin King on a Huntsman Spider. I got my General Zod. Zod is a Iron Orc Warlord with great weapon, paired weapons, Sprout of Rebirth, and Bluffer's Helm. He would have a Divine Icon. Again, he would have a Divine Icon if I had more character points, but I am limited on character points, and I already have points on damn Koopa. I have points on damn Zod. I have points on Baxter the Pyromaniac. I have points on the Prophet, the Green Prophet, and I have points on Bazooka and the Horde, which is my next picture. Bazooka and the Horde. Bazooka and the Horde is 46 common goblins with 3 shady gits. They also have bows and shields. Bazooka he's a forest goblin chief with the war banner and Pan's protection. Over here I got my spider, my trusty Space Rock. Not as trusty as the A-Rock, but the Space Rock is becoming a pretty good pet. Anyways, Space Rock is just a gargantula spider. Then I got inside that dark spot in the back of the picture, there's 30 cave goblins with the Prophet, which is my level 3 witchcraft. I have 20 forest goblins here with skirmish, throwing weapons, and bows. Yes, I paid for both upgrades, and I even gave them a veteran standard of the Banner of Discipline, because my level 4 Pyromancer's on the corner there, and he has blown up so many times on UB, so many times, and caused these guys to panic so many times that it's just not even worth it without taking it. And then, excuse me, I got my Iron Orcs in the back, 12 Iron Orcs. They're just there for scoring purposes. For my Witchcraft spells, I got Bewitching Glare. I love that spell. Bewitching Glare, the Wheel Turns, and Deceptive Glamour. For my Pyromancy spells, I got Scorching Salvo, Pyroclastic Flow, Flaming Swords, and Cascading Fire. So, I like having this many spells, to be honest, just because people don't know what's coming. People don't know what spell am I trying to get. When you only have 3 or 4 spells, people are like, "Oh, I'm just going to save my dice for that one spell." But when you have this many spells, you could fuck them over different ways, and people just don't know what to stop. They're just trying to stop too. Anyways, so we're deploying. Now, he deploys everything. I give him the option because there's one of 2 ways of train of thoughts, basically. And I had a conversation. He picks sides, so I get to choose where I deploy or who deploys first. But there's two methods of thinking. Number 1 method is where you both want to see where you're going, so you drop 1, I drop 1, you drop 1, I drop 1, you drop 1, I drop 1. The other method's like, I want first turn for all my advantages, so I'm going to drop everything and go turn 1. And that's what Gottschalk did. Gottschalk was just like, I'm going to drop everything and go turn 1. Now, granted, who was it? I think it was Jeff Parkhurst. Jeff Parkhurst was walking by all the top tables, and he goes, "Who dropped first?" And then, he was going through every table, like, "Did you drop everything? Did you drop everything? Did you drop everything?" And everybody who won the roll-off took the opportunity to drop everything, of course, right? Because it's a tactical advantage in some armies, right? I was the only one who was like, "Nope, go ahead. I don't care." I asked Gottschalk, actually. I said, "Gottschalk, do you have any of those items?" That my phone is going nuts right now, by the way. I go, "Gottschalk, do you have any of those items that gives me no benefit if I take first or second turn?" And he goes, "Nope." I go, "You don't have Dark Rain. You don't have any kind of rule that's going to be, it's just going to be like, well, he should have took first turn." And he goes, "Nope." And I was like, "All right, you can drop your first unit." So he drops everything. Puts it all out. Now, from this picture here, you can see Gottschalk's arm and his Coke in the McDonald's cup. But he has, on the left, gargoyles under his arm. He has 4 chariots. One of them is a razor tusk chariot. The other 3 One's a level 4 druid, one's a BSB, one's his general. They all basically have 1 up, 5 up, 1 up, 4 up, 1 up, 6 up, or something like that, roughly around there. Then he has this block of centaurs. I think I have better pictures coming up. I do. I don't have to explain, but that's how he deployed. But I'll go over what he has when I got the better pictures. I didn't realize I had better pictures. So he drops everything where he does. And I have this move, which I've done. If you just saw the game I just played against Mark on this table, I keep doing this move. I did it probably a couple times. I did it round 3 with Bob. I don't think I did it at all with James. And I might kind of did it with the blind deployment. But against Gottschalk here, I do the same move. And this is basically called my pinky move. Alright? You see, everything's in the center. Everything is in the center of the table. But there's one guy off on the corner, and that's my pinky. Alright? Which is the chicken rock. Game 3 against Bob, it was Koopa. Game 2, it was Crom. Or game 4, it was Crom. But basically, this goes back to chess. Alright? My dad and I used to play chess every fucking night. Every fucking night. There's going to be a lot of exposition on this. It's my fucking video. If you like it, like it. If you don't, I'm sorry. You're going to have to listen to me talk for a long time. It's my damn video. I get to talk all I want. Anyways, I used to play chess against my dad all the time. And whenever I was so focused on what the action is in the middle, like, okay, if his knight goes here and my bishop goes here and his rook goes here and I take this, he takes this, I take this, and it's a checkmate on him. And the minute I start going into that huge thought process of step by step and what move can he make, my dad would always do what he called the pinky move, which was he would move one pawn all the way from the other side up. And I'm looking at it like, what? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? And it would throw me off so much. It would throw me off so much. Like, why is that guy moving? What's going on that side that I don't know? And it would throw me off so much that I would stop focusing on the middle, and it would fuck up my game. And my dad would pretty much always win. It got to a point where I had to play my dad so many times that eventually I started winning. But that's my pinky move, and that's exactly what I started translating into this game, which was always putting not always, but tend to put a character out there because it kind of fucks with people, and especially in this game specifically. You don't want to get flanked. You don't want to get flanked by a monster. You don't want to get flanked by Koopa. You don't want to get flanked by a Crom. You don't want to get flanked. All right. So, anyways, he's my pinky. I go ahead and I have most of the guys on the hill. There's a hill. It kind of blends in with the terrain. So I got all my chariots on the hill. Crom's off the hill. My common goblins are sitting outside the water. Number one threat I'm looking at is who can break my steadfast. Okay, that is the number one thing because my common goblins are my main block, my main amount of points, my main everything basically. As you can see, these are all his ambushers on this side. He has 4 ambushing wild horns. He has a unit of 6 centaurs that ambush. And then, as you can see over here, like I said, I have better pictures of his army. We're going to zoom in here. He has a unit of centaurs. These guys have, I believe, paired weapons. The Banner of Discipline. No, I don't. Do these have Banner of Discipline? ETC lists. Jeremy Gottschalk. 12. Banner of Speed. He has the Banner of Speed on these guys. Okay. The chariot right next to him is a Razor Tusk chariot. Then he has... Oh, there's a better picture of the Razor Tusk chariot. Then he has gargoyles, which he uses gargoyles in a way I've never seen before. More gargoyles. Another Razor Tusk chariot. Then he uses 3... these are the 3 characters. The big guy in the middle, or on the right really, is his general, who has a 1-up, 4-up, basically same build as Zod. He has the Bluffer's Helm. He has Talisman. He has a great weapon. He's basically going to be a beast. All right. He has his BSB right next to him. I don't think his BSB took any cool banners though. The stupid mic keeps falling. His BSB has Gorda Beetles. He gets to shoot some beetles at me. Oh, he has the totems. That's why. Okay. And then his shaman has Dragonfire Gem. That's smart. Dragonfire Gem, Soothsayer Staff, and Dark Forest, Scepter Power, and Druidism. Alright, let me get back to this. Alright. He's going to go ahead and take first turn. Alright, so first turn. Turn 1! Beast Hers, turn 1. Gottschalk, turn 1. So as you can see, this kind of he dropped his force right there on the lake. I don't know if that's technically legal. I don't know. I've never seen that. Anyways, I don't think it mattered. Or is this? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so he drops his force right there. He's going to use it for cover fire on his characters. Right now, automatically I'm looking at his characters. Like, how am I going to deal with these characters? There's several of them. I know for a fact Zod could kill one, maybe two, but not at the same time. I put my ironworks here. By the way, the objective is hold the center. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how many kill his characters. The centaurs don't really scare me, except for the fact that if they do so many attacks and so many wounds, he's going to start breaking my steadfast on my common goblins. They are pretty much close to butt naked, so I can shoot them for a bit. My main focus is his spells. He has this level 4 druid. If he could bring them back from the dead, it kind of hurts a lot, actually. The other thing I'm thinking about right now is, he didn't roll summer growth. He rolled regen and then toughness, stone skin. I can't remember the other ones, but he didn't roll summer regrowth. The weapon skill one, whatever it was, right? So turn 1, he moves everybody up like this. Now this is very interesting right away. He moves up this screen of mongrels, so my chariots can't charge his chariots. That simple. Okay, so he builds it where I just can't move forward. I can't go to that side at all. Okay, if I do, I want to be closer. He could charge me, and then it's basically who's out charging who or whatever, right? Even though I got the hill to my advantage, he's getting close enough where he could charge me on his turn. He starts deciding he's gonna. As you can see, this is just like the other side of the table. He starts deciding he wants to protect his chaff. His chaff is his number 1 priority on to protect right now. So magic phase gets 9 power dice. He gets Oaken thrown up, of course. He does horde of beetles or whatever, gourd of beetles onto my cave goblins. I let it go through. I'm like, whatever, you're gonna kill some cave goblins, but he's really lowering my ballistic skill so he can protect his chaff. Smart move by Jeremy. Kills off 4 of my guys. I wasn't thinking about it. I was kind of thinking like my old mentality of like, whatever, they're like zombies to me. I don't care if 4 of these guys die. I don't care if like 6 of them die. So he does that to my cave goblins. Guys, it's a shy ambulance, and I'm not even at work today. I'm actually at home. What the fuck? Alright. Anyways. And that was basically it. He tried to do plus toughness. I think he did do plus toughness on his gargoyles, the stone skin, with his oaken thrown up. So these gargoyles are like tough 7 right now. And I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I wasn't really planning on shooting the gargoyles. I wasn't. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And, oh yeah, he does. There it is. There's the picture. Picture. Scroll down. Alright, so then, shooting phase. The mongrels are going to go ahead and shoot at my chariots. They do a wound onto my chariots. And that was it. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 1. Orcs and goblins. Let me clear my throat. Shit. So I'm going to pull this picture up. Again, he was focused on me not charging his chariots. He's focused on me not charging his centaurs in the forest. Now, granted, I'm probably going to take DTs in the forest. I'm probably going to take whatever in the forest. The one thing I was looking at was, wait a second, those mongrels are only so wide, and those guys on the right side I could charge them. Oh my god, my eyes opened up like, wow, I could probably charge them. Now, I'm going to give you another lesson in James history here. When I started playing with the chariots, every game I played on Universal Battle, Phil Carl knows this because Phil Carl's the one who's part of the story. He tells me every time, James, when did you wog? Oh, I said, I wogged on turn 1. And he goes, why did you waste your wog on turn 1? And he kept on telling me over and over, stop wasting your wog on turn 1. Stop wasting your wog. And I was like, I could have charged him. And he's just like, no, stop doing it. So I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, oh, man, Phil Carl's going to be mad. I'm going to call out the wog. I was measuring the distance between the dogs to his centaurs on the right. I go, Gottschalk, what are those centaurs on the right? He goes, they're drunk. I go, okay, they're drunk, which means they're immune to psychology. They cannot flee. Okay, so I'm like, interesting. Well, I'm going to charge I'm going to call it the Wog. I'm going to charge my chariots, which currently need a 10 to get in, but with the Wog, I'm going to need a 9 to get into those centaurs. And I figure, it's game 5. I'm like, fuck it, it's game 5. If I get in, that's going to be huge. I'm going to be able to kill the centaurs with impact hits alone, roughly, and then his flank is exposed, and he's going to have a really hard time. He's not going to focus on Zod and Crom anymore. He's going to have to focus on the flank. But to add salt into an injured wound here, I decide I'm going to charge my pinky, the Space Rock, in as well, because now the Space Rock with the Wog needs a 10. And I was like, all I'm really hoping is one of these two get in. One of these two get in, it's going to be a lights out for the centaurs, right? And those were my only charges. And guys, I'm going to scream in like 4 seconds. I'm giving you a warning, so if you want to turn down your mic. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit! Holy shit! They both got in. I swear to God, you got to hear Jeremy say it out loud. He's like, James, you got to be fucking kidding me! Holy shit! He really did say that. I rolled a 10 on the dogs and like a 12 on the spider. He was just like, motherfucker. Fucking both run in. I even avoided the dangerous terrain with the chariots. Spider gets in, chariots get in, and he's just like, that's a dead unit. Alright. Remaining moves. I figured, well, that flank is controlled. I can start fanning this way. So I do. I fan over. As you can see, he has some centaurs hiding, or not centaur, gargoyles hiding behind the rocks over on that side. I didn't move my cave goblins. I have no idea why I didn't move them. I could have moved them like an inch, and it would have affected my took off that -1 to shoot. I think my thought process was I'm -1 to shoot anyways, so if I move, I'm gonna lose that extra row of guys to volley fire. That's what my thought process was. Now my forest goblins aren't in the best spot, but I kind of have my forest goblins, my cave goblins, and my wolf riders in the back because I know his ambushes are coming. Okay, so I kind of protecting my flanks. I'm my rear. Koopa's on the left side waiting for any of those characters to come closer. Now Koopa is honestly just literally there to take care of any of the characters because his AP6 sword will do wonders against these guys. And then I have the Iron Orcs on this side with Crom just kind of holding, like, if I get a combo charge, the Iron Orcs are really good to deal with it. Magic phase. I got I didn't use both purple, but I did use Zinch. I got 12 power dice. I go ahead and I do a Scorching Salvo. He lets it go off. It kills off 3 of these guys. I go ahead and I do Bewitching Glare, which gives him -1 to hit. I believe I tried to do it on... I don't even know who was in range. I might have tried to get it on the centaurs if it was in range. I mean, it's a 36-inch range. But he stopped it anyways. I go ahead, and this one kind of made me think for a while because I didn't know who he was going to try to charge next. So I decided to do a Cascading Fire bubble. Add extra dice, why not? A Cascading Fire bubble, so it hits the Iron Orcs, it hits the Goblins, it hits Crom, it hits Zod. Basically, that whole bubble has Cascading Fire. Shooting phase, I'm going to shoot these guys into his centaurs in the woods. Now, I moved, it's long range and cover, I need 7s. I still managed to kill 4 guys. I don't think I moved. I think I just shot. I still managed to kill 4 guys. He's like, James, your fucking dice are ridiculous. I rolled fucking boxcars to get the charge off. I rolled boxcars for magic. And then I freaking was rolling 6s like crazy to kill these guys. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. This guy over here is gonna start shooting. I think he shot some too, to be honest. I just don't have the picture of it. Close combat. Impact hits. Didn't do as many as I thought it would do. Impact hits only killed... Oh, not only. Oh, man, not only. Impact hits killed out of 12, about 8 or 9 of them. He was like, motherfucker. He goes at his swings. He actually tears apart one of my chariots because he was trying to get combat res. He does 4 wounds to the chariot. I think he did 8 wounds to the spider. I win combat by a crazy amount. Crazy amount. He's going to run. I let my chariots chase him because I don't want to get countercharged by a chariot with the chariots. And then I turn my spider this way. Now he has a Pumbaa chariot looking right at me. And I'm like having flashbacks of Bob's game. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to lose the spider to a single chariot again. Oh my God. It's going to start off turn 2. Gottschalk, turn 2. Gottschalk, turn 2. Sorry. I was laughing this much when this happened at this time. He's charging these gargoyles that are behind these rocks. Over the rocks. Over my black orcs. Into my cave goblins. Who have -1 to hit because of beetles. Okay? So let's think of this. If I do a stand and shoot, I need normally 4s, 5s for long range, 6s for stand and shoot, 7s for skirmish, 9 for hardcover. I need like 6s and 6s, okay? To hit him. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to stand and shoot anyways. He's charging these gargoyles over all my lines to assassinate my wizard. Which is a very, very solid strategy. I'm going to need to hit him on 9s. I mean, like, thinking back about it, like, it was a great strategy by Gottschalk. He threw beetles, makes my accuracy shitty. I'm going to need to hit him on 9s. The crazy part is, I rolled the 19 dice that could shoot because the wizard doesn't have a bow. By the way, I think that needs to be fixed. I think wizards should get a bow in the orc and goblin army. If the goblins get bows, the wizards should get a bow. But anyways, I rolled 19 shots. I get 5 6s. Okay, so I pick up those 5 6s out of 19 shots. I rolled those 5. I get 2 more 6s. Or 3 more 6s. He is laughing. He is telling me, James, this is going to be... this. He's like, I'm going to laugh about this. But this is utter bullshit. I roll those 6s to wound. He's tough 4. I get 2 wounds off. Causes a panic check. He rolls an 11. And this guy's panic and run. I was dying. He was laughing. I am not kidding. He was like, oh my god, that's so funny. I can't believe that happened. And then a second later, he's like, this is fucking bullshit. I don't know what to say. It's dice. It's dice. But oh my god, we laughed about it, and then he got real serious real fast. Like, oh, that sucks. Now I can't do shit. He decides to charge these guys, I believe, into my dogs first. I decide to flee because I realized he could fit... gargoyles could fit in between the 1-inch gap. That's the reason why I think it's smart. He could always assassinate a back line. Always assassinate a back line. So he's going to charge over my common goblins into my dogs. I decide I'm going to flee. I don't want to lose my dogs yet, right? And I had enough space where I don't fall off the table, as you can see. The table is up to the table edge, not to that little lip. We figured that out the hard way. So I flee. So he redirects, and he actually can see my forest goblins. Now, I can't stand and shoot. I mean, I could shoot 2 guys that are not technically behind the hill, but the rest of them are behind the hill, behind a large target monster. I can't see those gargoyles, all right? But he could see me enough to charge. So I'm going to have to stand there and take it like a man. All right. These guys have their morale check. Okay, over here. He charges the chariot into the spider. I'm like, I have to take it like a champ. I just killed a freaking, what is this, like an 800-point unit or something like that? 500-point unit. I killed a 500-point unit. I'll take it like a man on the chin. Thanks. Alright. So he gets the gargoyles in. He puts 1 right onto Baxter. He's going to try to assassinate Baxter. Baxter only has 2 wounds. Baxter can die this round. The ambushes pop up. Boom! Right behind my forest goblins. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to lose the forest goblins. And then his other... that was the only ambushes that showed. I think the rest just failed to show. He decides not to... he moved the mongrels up, and he kind of keeps his guys far enough where I can't overrun into him. He moves the Gore Beast chariot up, or the Rage Tusk chariot up, excuse me. Magic phase, he got 8 power dice. And he does Gourd of Beetles again on these guys. Gives them -2 ballistic skill. I let it go through. I'm like, whatever. And then he goes and did something else and killed 3 more. I think it might have been a Ring of Fire. I want to say it was a Ring of Fire. I don't know what else he had. Maybe Master of Earth. It might have been Master of Earth because the hill's right there. Anyways. Try to cause a panic check. They don't panic. They're good. Okay. Close combat right next to them. I'm not going to show you the next picture yet. Close combat right next to him. He swings at Baxter. He gets 2 hits, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to lose Baxter. I'm going to lose Baxter. I'm going to lose Baxter. He rolls to wound, double ones. I go swing back with my Forest Goblins. He killed a couple Forest Goblins. But I swing back with my Forest Goblins. Now, he's 5 wide. And we're both skirmishers, so I'm getting 14 attacks. I roll 5 poisons. He's like, James, your dice are fucking insane right now. And I just popped the whole unit. I didn't even have to get to Cascading Fire. I didn't even have to roll to wound. It was just 5 poisons. They're dead. I was like, it didn't even panic. It didn't panic those beastmen right behind me. That was just ridiculous. It was like divine intervention. I decided to reform and turn this way, actually. Oh, man. Over here, Impact Hits does 1 wound onto the Space Rock. Space Rock goes ahead and does attacks back. Gets the multi-wounder off. Hits him, wounds him. He can't armor save it, and I just fucking one-shot the damn Pumbaa Chariot. And the Space Rock's just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. It leaves me a whole flank of guys to get through. And it's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Like I told you guys, this isn't going to be a long game. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. The Space Rock is charging the flank of the Centaurs. Alright? Crom is charging into those mongrels that are in my way. My whole goal now is to protect my backlines. Koopa is charging the Razor Tusk Chariot. Koopa fails. Crom gets in. The Spider gets in. Holy shit. And it doesn't even matter that the Strider in the wood, because I'm a big monster in the flank, and he doesn't. He only has 1 rank. I turn the Cave Goblins around. Now, and in his magic phase, I forgot to put this one up. He put the totem up on one of his chariots that he was going to charge into my Iron Orcs. I didn't know he was going to charge into my Iron Orcs. I'm being 100% honest with you. I had no idea. But what I did think of was, since Koopa failed to charge, I didn't want to be close enough to get charged by that chariot, I believe. Or it was something else. There was something that was scaring me, where I decided I don't want the Iron Orcs to be that close. So I decided to turn the Iron Orcs around, pivot, and walk the other way. And that's where they are. And it walked them out of range of pretty much everything that he could charge. Alright? I turned the Cave Goblins around, finally got the fucking beetles off me. And my Wolf Riders rallied. And I turned the Cave Goblins this way. Now, this is another thing I was thinking about, was because the shooting's not going to do shit up front. The shooting, I'm going to shoot at 1-up armored chariots. It's not going to do shit. Okay? So I just turned them around to face this way, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to release the Fanatics, might as well release the Fanatics. Oh, I had to release the Fanatics because the Mongrels were too close. So I was like, well, might as well just release the Fanatics into these guys who are just trying to come up this way. So that's kind of how the table looks. My chariots start coming around to just help out. I got to a point where I didn't know what to do with the chariots. I kind of killed the target I wanted to kill. Common Goblins didn't have to move. Zod doesn't have to move. Magic Phase, I got 9 power dice. Went back to the purple dice. And go ahead and I do a Scorching Salvo boosted. I fail it. I go ahead and I do Flaming Swords. I fail it. Over here, I release the Cownado. The Cownado goes right through these guys. Now, I actually force them to land on each other after they get through. So that way, I don't have to worry about my own Fanatics in my backlines. I go ahead and hit this unit. It kills all of them but 2. Alright, I'm going to show you this next picture. To anybody watching this, which way do they fucking run? Do they run from the closest unit, which would technically be the Forest Goblins, and they run towards the table edge? Do they run away from the Fanatics that cause the damage but are on the other side of them, so they run towards the Cave Goblins, which obviously we chose that, or they run from the Cave Goblins, who were the ones who originally threw the Fanatics through? We couldn't figure it out. We just kind of were like, let's just pick one and shut up. So we did. And these 2 guys run this way, right in range of the Skull Splitter, and Baxter with the Skull Splitter, and the Bushwhackers just killed these guys off. And we just took care of the ambushers before they even became an issue. Over here, Crom Impact Hits kills 1. He goes in and swings, kills a bunch more. Thunderstomps kills a bunch more. I overrun on purpose because I figure Crom is going to be a roadblock for his general or his BSB. So I go ahead and I overrun. I get boom, 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 boom this way. And now it becomes an issue where he needs to deal with Crom, or Crom's going to wreck his day. Alright. The Space Rock goes. Space Rock kills 3 of these guys. I have a charge, a flank, 3 wounds. He puts a wound on me. He rolls the dice. He rolls like snake eyes. He sticks. He goes ahead and he reforms like this. He's right next to his general in his VSB. He might have stuck like on a 4. I don't remember. But he goes ahead and he sticks, and he's going to stay there. My Space Rock is not going to be able to fight his general this round. And it's going to go ahead and start off turn 3. Beast turns. Gottschalk turn 3. Gottschalk turn 3. He charges his chariot into Koopa, and Koopa's like, bring it. He charges both his characters into Crom the Conqueror. These blurry picture. Here's a better picture. These centaurs pop out the background like, haha, motherfucker, we got throwing weapons. And then at this point, I am not kidding. At this point, Gottschalk's like, I can't even get to the center. You have the center protected. So he pops up these guys back here, and he just kind of was like, I don't know what to do now. If I pop up back there, I'm going to get shot by 100 bows. If I pop up over here, at least this unit will live. I might be able to preserve points. Alright? Magic phase, he got 9 power dice. I tried not to use purple for his. It gives these guys regen. Okay? He gives his general plus toughness? I don't remember what he gave his general. I think he gave his general plus toughness, and I was just like, whatever. If he buffs one guy, I'm just going to hit the other guy. That's basically it. And that was it for magic. Over here, shooting. He shoots at my dogs. Doesn't cause a panic. The luck is strong with this one. I'm being dead serious. Over here, close combat. Impact hits. I armor saved 3 impact hits. I go ahead and I swing, and I do 2 poisons that go through armor, and it does 2 wounds onto him. He goes in and he swings with the guys and the beast, and he does 1 wound. So it's a tie. I did 2 wounds, he did 1. We don't go anywhere. Over here, close combat. I end up killing 2 more. He does maybe another wound or 2, but we still stick there for the turn. Over here, close combat. His impact hits does 1 wound onto Crom. I try to do a crush attack. I fail. He does another wound to Crom, so now he has a charge, 2 wounds, and the BSB is winning by 4. I am steadfast because I have a monster rank. He doesn't have a rank at all. I'm steadfast, but I roll the dice. I roll a 10. I'm like, motherfucker. Well, the BSB and the general right there. Look at that. Look at that picture. It's like, haha, Crom, you're steadfast on the general and the BSB right there. Do it. Do it, Crom. I roll a 12. Motherfucker. He's like, alright, I'm going to chase. I'm going to overrun and try to kill that fucker. I got to get points somehow, right? So he overruns, and he overruns directly into Zod. Directly into Zod. And as you can see, I don't have a better picture yet, but you'll see it in the next picture. It's not a good spot for him. Because, guys, it's Orcs and Goblins turn 3, and the Goblins are charging in to the flank of his general. Holy shit. That combat res alone is ridiculous. Over here, I turn the Force Goblins around to face his Centaurs. And I leave the dogs there to chaff him because I figure I can shoot him. Then he's going to be chaffed, and then I'm going to shoot him again. But I kind of played this one wrong, which is fine. It's good to know. And I move the Iron Orcs to try to help Koopa out, and then basically that's how the table looks. Magic phase, I don't know how many dice I got. I go ahead and I try to do Bewitching Glare, lower his general's leadership by 1. He stops it, or I fail it. I think he stops it. I don't know what other spell I try to do. I didn't really have many spells useful now because everything's in combat. Anyways, over here, shooting phase, I'm going to go ahead and start shooting at his Centaurs, kill off 3 Centaurs, which now free him up from getting charged. Or from charge blocking, because this is my mistake. This is what I call a wargaming from balcony mistake, which is putting this chaff up, but then killing the unit and allowing him to not be chaffed. Over here, close combat. He doesn't do a wound to me. I think I did 1 wound to him. He sticks. I go ahead and I don't know why I reformed this way. I don't know why I did this. I don't know. Maybe because if I fail the combat, I want him to run into the Black Orcs. I don't know why I did this. Makes no sense. I might have had a different thought pattern at that time. I might have just felt bad at the time. I don't know. Over here, close combat, the spider just ate this unit and turns around towards the rear of his general. And then over here, close combat. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the wolf chariots. The wolf chariots just started coming this way like, hey, let's just, they're like singing songs and shit. Alright. Over here, the close combat with the general. I challenged with a shady git. He tries to accept with the BSB, and I was like, that's not how this works. The unit touching that unit is the one that has to accept the challenge. So technically, his general has to accept the challenge, which can't do impact hits onto my shady git, but he goes ahead and smashes my shady git anyways, kills him with 4 wounds. I just try to sneak a wound through. Then my general goes ahead and swings at his BSB, hits him with a great weapon, does 2 wounds. Boom! Right onto him, right? Now, he has a charge and 4 wounds, so he has 5 combat res. Zod did 2 wounds. I have a charge, a flank, a big flank, 3 banners, 3 ranks. I'm at 11 combat res. 11 of 5. He's down by 6. Let's see. 2 wounds, charge, flank, big flank. Yeah, 11. Alright. He rolls his general runs. He rolls his BSB sticks. My goblins, which I called out the Wog, I believe, just because I wanted that Swift. No, I used the Wog. Never mind, I don't have Swift Stride. He rolls his general rolls like a 4 or 5 or something like that. My goblins actually capture his general, roll like a 7. And they're not going to be able to hit the BSB because Zod's in the way. But basically that BSB is in no good position. Turn 4, Beast Turds. And I'm going to tell you right now, this video is going to go on for a lot longer than this. But this is the end of the game. He charges these guys into my forest goblins. I stand and shoot, and I just wipe them out. He looks at the table, and he's like, James, I have 2 more ambushing units that don't even count as scoring units. He goes, you have everything on your side of the table still alive except for Crom. Alright? He goes, you killed my general. You're about to kill my BSB. My fucking level 4 shaman doesn't do shit. He goes, these ambushing units can't do shit. He goes, I'm not going to waste our time, James. You won this game. He shakes my hand. I get a 20-0. Wow. I mean, the freaking luck of the gods were on my side, of course. Of course. Alright? So we finished the game like an hour earlier than everybody else. I mean, I put my stuff away because I know Jesse's always trying to rush me to finish the game already. And for once, I actually finished the game. Or not finish the game, but put my stuff away because we're always, going together, leaving in the car, and I'm like packing 100 dead bodies, and he has like 10 ogres on his table, and he's like, come on, hurry up. So I put all my stuff away. I start looking at other games. My brother's playing right next to me against Chris Mintz, and my brother unfortunately got vampired, and he just lost a massive loss. The crazy part, though, is in turn 1 on his game, his 3 Stratapults destroyed a 60-man block of skeletons all the way down to 5. That was crazy. With regen, might I add. Alright. Anyways. So, that was the end of the game. We're walking around. I'm going to show you this picture of Jeff Parkhurst here. Just because I don't want you staring at those dogs forever. This is the end of the game. They're going over the raffle, whatever, right? But anyways, at the end of everybody's game, I walk up to Ryan Kapp's game. And Ryan Kapp's is the guy who's playing the German. And I'm talking to Todd Wyatt. I'm talking to the people I talked to all weekend, right? And I'm just checking everybody's game, and I go up to Ryan Kapp's game, which is table 1. And I go, Ryan, how did you do against the German? I wanted to know if the German won this whole thing, right? And Ryan goes, I beat him! And I was like, yes, good job, man. I'm like, how many points? He goes, 15-5. So I was like, wow, 15-5. I was like, man, that's going to probably give you the top spot, right? And as I say that, as I'm walking away, Todd Wyatt's standing right next to me and goes, hey, James. I go, yeah. He goes, don't you remember the night before? And the night before, we went over to their hotel, and it was Ryan Kapp's, Todd Wyatt, and Jerry Parsley. And we were just shooting the shit, and Ryan Kapp's was like, I didn't put down I had full paint points. And I was like, what? Why would you do that? And he goes, well, I didn't paint my army. I didn't, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So then all of a sudden, I'm like doing the math in my head, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a second. If Ryan Kapp's doesn't have full paint points, his battle points, including his objectives, is 87 points. Alright? Well, I just got 20 points and I was at 60, so I'm at 80 points. I'm still 7 points under him in battle points. But if he put down, he had 15 paint points, and I put down I have 25, I'm up by like 3 points on him. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I can't take top table. I can't take first place. I'm like, probably if he didn't have full paint points, but the German guy probably has good score still and good paint points, right? So I'm like, well, let's see how he does, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like, I might have took this whole thing. I don't know. Maybe somebody else did. Maybe somebody in table 2, 3, or 4 did. I don't know. So now I'm sitting down, staring at Jeff Parkhurst, and Jeff Parkhurst is like, we're going to call out the raffle. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, did I just win the whole fucking thing? Did I just win the whole fucking thing? I don't know. This is fucking freaking me out. I'm like, come on, tell me already. I need to know. I don't give a fuck about the raffle anymore. I want to know who won the whole goddamn thing. I was like, god damn it. And then my brother won a battle yak, by the way. So he starts going over the awards. Now, granted, every tournament I go to, I always go up there and take pictures of the winners. I always do. So the first award he calls out is Best Paint. And as you can see by my enthusiasm, I'm kind of there's a smirk, but at the same time, I'm like, who won the whole fucking thing? I won Best Paint, but who won the whole fucking thing? It's driving me nuts. Actually, I have another picture with I'm smiling. I'll find that one and put it up right after this so you can kind of see it. All right, it was just a bad picture. Anyways, so we're gonna go. He goes through the whole raffle. He starts going through the awards, and the first thing he does is he starts going over what is this? Best Sportsman? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I don't know what Gene won. What did Gene win? I want to say it was Best Sportsman. Was it Best KOE? What the fuck is it? I want to say it's Best Sportsman. Best Sportsman was Gene. I want to say, I'm so sorry. I'm going to look this up actually really quick. Final Sportsman. Gene, what did you win, Gene? I'm wasting time with this one, Gene. Gene got 25 sportsmanship score. Oh, favorite opponent vote. Nope, that's not it. Round 5. I don't know what Gene won. I can't read it. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Gene. Oh, he won Player's Choice. That's what it was. Okay, thank you. Man, I was blank. He won Player's Choice because they were calling out Player's Choice, and actually it was my brother who got third, I got second, and then Gene got first on Player's Choice, which were people who liked his army or him for whatever reason got the vote. This guy right here, Tom Minter, he won Best Sportsman by a lot. All right. So then they start going over Best General. Best General is the person who got the most battle points without winning the whole thing. And it went to Ryan Capps. So Ryan, holy shit. I am actually kind of jealous that Ryan got the hammer. Ryan, that is a nice fucking hammer. Alright? But he got 4th place overall. Even though he got best battle points, he got 4th place overall because he had a low painting score. Alright? 3rd place overall went to Chris Mintz. Now, Chris Mintz, was, like I said, was just sitting right next to me against my brother. He was at 60 points before the game, which now he has 80 points, which is tied with me. And I was like, oh, man, that's really interesting. So I'm probably gonna get 2nd, and then the German guy's going to get 1st. So he calls out 2nd place, and it's Johannes. And I'm like, and I'm still taking these pictures thinking to myself, like, holy shit, I really do think I just took the whole fucking thing. Holy shit. So I take his picture, congratulate Johannes, congratulate Chris, congratulate Gene, Tom, and Ryan. And then they go, 1st place, Buckeye winner, Buckeye Battles winner, overall champion, James Silva. And I'm like, I even said it out loud, like, holy shit! I did not expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. I was kind of just like, I mean, I kind of did expect it. I'd be like, my whole goal wasn't to win 1st place overall. That was not my goal. My goal was to get in the top 10.
I didn't think I was going to podium. I didn't think I was going to get third place or second place. I didn't think I was going to get first place by any means. I was like, holy shit. And I'm going to stick on my picture for just a minute here before I go over all the other winners of specific armies and everything else that's going on. But guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I really do. I got to thank Ryan Capps. I really won because of Ryan Capps. I'm not taking that away from him. If he didn't beat the German guy was going to take the award home. That simple. I beat Johannes by 1 point. And that 1 point was in paint. Okay? Now guys, if you don't know my history, I started this hobby as a hobby. I started this as painting and building models because I love to paint and build models. So, even though I won best overall, and even though technically it was paint, that showed me that like the last 20 years of me painting and building these models, even though I've been only playing the game for the last 2 to 3 years, really showed me that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? That it was worth it. You know, that not only that, but every single night that I'm putting up these Universal Battle videos and playing the game and trying not to make the mistakes, every time that I learn how my army works or learn what units just suck, and this picture right here, this not the picture, but this award right here has raised hell in the Orc and Goblin community now, because now an Orc and Goblin player won. Orcs and Goblins must be broken. It must be the fact that I have 100 bow shots. You can watch all 5 battle reports. My bows barely killed shit. They killed 1 Gortak. They did a couple wounds to James Valdez's knights. What do you fucking do? You know, it's like, it's funny. It's funny to me because I won with an army list that I made like a couple of weeks right before the event. Because I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to bring what I like. I'm going to bring something that's fast and powerful, that has a lot of shooting and a good amount of magic. It wasn't like some super net list. I am the net list. I know that. I know that Brian Hughes tells me that all the time. He's like, you're the net list. You're the list that people copy off of. You could look at my Adepticon list when I made it, which was original at the time I made it. Then you could look at the ETC list and see how many people brought Common Goblins, Cave Goblins, Common Goblins, Cave Goblins, 2 maggots, 2 maggots. They copied the exact core that I always brought. It's ridiculous. So I know I'm the net list, but at the same time, this list was a random list. It was a list that I just made for the hell of it because I like to play the models. It's mind blowing to me, and I mean, thank you everybody. Thank you for showing me that all those games of Universal Battle were worth it. Thank you for showing me that my painting and my ability to make my models was worth it. Thank you for showing me that I was a good sportsman and that I had a good time with all my opponents and it was worth it. You know, thank you guys. Thank everybody for that award. I'll show you the pictures later. Anyways, let's go over the rest of them, and then let's go over. This is going to probably be my longest video of all time here. And just for like a 5-minute thank you. Thank you for everything there. Anyways, best team actually went to Cobra Kai. And this goes based on sportsmanship, battle score, and team spirit, which is like they brought their banner, Cobra Kai. Pawning noobs with no mercy. On the left, the blurry picture, that's Todd Wyatt. That's Jerry Parsley next to him. Next to him, that is the man Shannon Powell with Ryan Capps and Chad Hogan, Mr. Once Bitten. Over here, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this award was for. These guys travel from far though, and again, I'm just gonna remove this picture. I don't know what the hell. I'm gonna remove this picture. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about because I don't want to embarrass anybody because I don't know who they are. We're gonna go over team or specific army awards. Starting off with Beast Herds. Best Beast Herds went to my opponent, Bob, in round 3. It probably would have went to Jeremy Gottschalk if Jeremy Gottschalk beat me, but I kind of gave Jeremy a 0, and Bob just took it all over. Bob did get 5 points on me, though, so Bob wins it. Congratulations, Bob. All right. Next up is Best Demon Legions, and this is the first Team USA player you're going to see on this, which is, well, the third Team USA player, actually, which is Mr. Phil Blake. Phil Blake had an impressive list of juggernauts, just a whole juggernaut army. And who did I hear recently? I think it was Gene actually. Gene, I don't remember. No, it was Blondebeer. Blondebeer said he would love to see this army heavily converted, and I would too. I would love to see a juggernaut army, just all these massive conversions, especially the way I think, where it's like I want to see just like piles of armor and bodies and stuff like that, like on top of this monstrous beast, and it could be really well done. But he won Best Demon Legions. He actually got it really high up there too. I think he got 7th place. 7th place, Phil Blake. He got 77 total battle points. All right. Next up is Jake motherfucking Murphy with his Dread Elf. He won Best Dread Elf. Now you could tell some people were looking at me, some people were looking at Justin Chandler taking pictures. So you're gonna see some people looking that way, some people looking at the camera here, and then on his pictures too, you can see the same thing. But yeah, Best Dread Elves went to Jake motherfucking Murphy. Jake Murphy actually took 6th place overall. Technically, right now on War Score, Jake motherfucking Murphy is the #1 player in the United States. All right, right here, Best Dwarven Holds goes to Mark from Green Dragon Gaming. Without us, you'll never feel like winners. Without them, will never look so good. Something like that. I don't know it word per word. It's on his shirt. I can't read it that small though. Anyways, he won the Best Dwarven Holds, which beat out my buddy Pete Reese. Mark got, I believe, 11th place. Yeah, it was 11th place where Pete got knocked down, way down. Where are you, Pete? Pete, you're so low that I'm not even gonna go there. Wow, Pete, I'm upset. I'm upset you're at that number. I'm not even gonna mention it. What was the next dwarf player at? I'm just curious now. It was Pete. Wow. Okay. All right. Best Empire went to a newcomer in the Empire Army, which is Max Lapora. Max is actually usually an Infernal Dwarf player, but he got Best Empire with a list that we kind of were like, what? Now, if you guys quote me, all right, on my list review, that 4-hour list review, I said the Empire list itself doesn't make sense to me, but it's the person driving it. So I had faith in Max, and Max showed me that exact thing. And I agree with the same sentiment to me myself. Like, you look at my list and you're kind of like, what? Idol Agoric and Forest Goblins? What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, Witchcraft? That's like the worst lore in the game. Anyways, Best High Elf opponent, and I'm sorry that there's like a garbage truck right now outside, but anyways, Best Highborn Elf opponent went to Frank Septa, alright, or Old Man Logan, alright. Frank Septa, this one was a big upset because there was some extremely stiff competition in High Elves and Highborn Elves. He actually beat out Justin Berge, which that kind of went down to the fact that Justin Berge's last game, he got tree whacked. He beat out, yeah, Justin Berge wasn't far behind this guy. He beat out Fergus, which I believe Fergus had a very solid Highborn list. He beat out Jay Ferris. He beat out a lot of Highborn Elf players that I was just like, wow, that was kind of impressive that he got that, and congratulations, Frank. Best Infernal Dwarf player went to our friend from Germany, from over the pond, and it went to Johannes. Best Kingdom of Equitaine, with what I call the Dirty Kingdom list, goes to Joel Flint, because that I fought this, and I was like, aha, I got 20 combat res, and he's like, aha, I got 27. And I'm like, what? But if you guys don't know who Joel Flint is, he's appeared on a few Battle Reporters battle games, especially in Battle Cry, where he played the peasant list. But this is a mix of peasants with knights, and it's doing really well for him. For Best Ogre, Best Ogre Cons goes to Shannon Powell with his blurry picture. Shannon Powell is one of the Mid-Atlantic player that is the best. I'm pretty sure that's very solid thing to say. Why am I getting a million pictures? This is actually Skaven and AZ sending a message that's going 100 times in my freaking chat. Skaven, you're disrupting my video. Alright. Best Orc... Oh, we're still on Shannon Powell here. Best Orc and Goblin General. Well, right before they call the next one, which is Best Orc and Goblin General. They look at me and they go, James, we can't give this award to you. You already got enough. And I go, dude, I totally understand. So they went next down to the Best Orc and Goblin General, and holy shit, it was Andrew, I can't say your last name, Andrew with the 222 goblins. It's not even 222, it's like 210-ish goblins, and then like 40 squigs. And that's his whole list. Holy shit. It's a very fluffy list. I gotta give him a bunch of credit. Oh, man. Do I do this now, or do I do it later? I'll do it now. Fuck it. Next up is Best Saurian Ancient Player. Well, the Saurian Ancient Player left, so he had a stand-in here, which I'm going to Photoshop the head in, and it goes to, I was going to say Will, Len the Tyrant, which is another Team USA player. So we're up to, let's see, Joel, Murphy, Len, Phil, Chris, Ryan. That's 6 Team USA players that got awards so far. Next, Best Sylvan Elf Army, which there's no elves in this army at all. It's only trees. Goes to my man, Tree Master Phil. Phil Carl. Alright. Choose crew. And then Best Undying Dynasties with another upset, because there was plenty of Undying Dynasty players going for that award, goes to Chad Hogan. Sorry for the spoiler, guys. Sorry for the spoiler. Everybody who's not caught up with Chad's games, you just got spoiled on who got Best Undying Dynasties. Best Vampire Coven goes to Chris Mintz, who got a big win at the end. Best Vermin Swarm, as you can tell by his fingers, three-peat, goes to Bill Miner. And last year there was no Vermin Swarm players except for him, so he won it last year. But this year there was like 5 or 6 Vermin players, and he took it still. And he's showing that he got 3 times in a row got Best Vermin Swarm. And then the most coveted award in all Buckeyes goes to John Francis. John Francis actually took it last year, and he took the Best Warriors of the Dark Gods Army again this year. Congratulations, John. And like I said, guys, this is going to be the longest video I've ever made, but there was a lot to talk about in this one. Congratulations, John. Congratulations, everybody who took best overall winners on their specifics. And guys, actually, the funny part is that the fact that Wargaming from the Balcony, I kept telling him, are you going to let me take Best ONG? Are you gonna He's like, I'll think about it. If you do this, I'll think about it. And I didn't win Best ONG. So I thought that was hilarious. Alright. Let's go over my army real quick, and then I'll close up, and then I'm going to try to hurry this up as fast as possible, because I understand that this video has gone on way too long. Again, most of you, honestly, the way I look at it, these videos are there for when I'm painting, so it kind of kills time. I get it. It's cool. You're killing time. But I do apologize for those who just didn't really care that much and just wanted to see what happens. Alright. So we're going to start from the bottom. Iron Boys taking the 11th place spot with 667. And you know what? I'm actually pretty proud of that, because normally the person who takes the last place spot doesn't take that many points. And 667 out of 6 games, they're averaging 100 points a game, but they also took the objective several times. So Iron Boys are definitely worth their weight in gold, I think. Small unit of them, non-panicking, objective grabbers. The Goblin Raiders taking 10th place with 787 points. They earned a lot of points by pushing that Shaman off the table in round 3, and that is honestly where most of those points are coming up from. 9th place, actually this is kind of an upset for me, is the Cave Gobos. The Cave Gobos only got 1,282 points, taking the 9th place, which says a lot about the rest of the army. The rest of the army is pulling in a lot of points. 8th place is the Bushwhackers, and specifically just the Bushwhackers, not Baxter included, because Baxter boosts this number pretty high, actually. So this is just the Tomahawks and bow shots getting 1877, some close combat in there. Alright, 7th place goes to the K-Pack, and this one I was actually expecting them to do a lot higher than what they did. They only got 2,000 points. I'm curious on how that adds up. Net value. Let's see. They're 320 times 6 games. They about broke even. They really did break even. There was 2 games they didn't do shit. They actually got charged or ran off the table before anything happened. But the other games, they actually pulled in more points to carry it into where they broke even. So it's not bad. They got a little bit more than an even. 6th place goes to Baxter the Pyromaniac, which is crazy because he's been the MVP several times on the tournament MVPs. And, yeah, 2,286 points. That's pretty impressive. And then, but not as high as he's normally getting. I'm wondering how much of that is due to the fact that I took 2 wizards. I really am. But, still, 2,000 points is nothing to scoff at. That's a high amount of points for one character to grab. 5th place goes to Crom. Crom got higher than Baxter. That's crazy. Crom did a massive amount of damage, especially against Anthony, where he freaking nailed the Demon Prince for 3 wounds. James Valdez, where he just destroyed several units, actually. No, he didn't. Did he? It was Bob's game. Might be Bob's. No, James Valdez didn't do shit. It was against Bob. Bobby killed the freaking Gortak and then a chariot, then another chariot. He was just like on a rampage. So Crom taking 5th place. I'm pretty proud of that guy. 4th place goes to Key Koopa. Koopa, you fat bastard. He got 3,110 points. I'm not putting down how many times people died, just because I'm not going to look that over really quick. And like I said, this video is taking long enough as is. So King Koopa got 3,110 points. That is actually really impressive for Koopa. Koopa, in the previous tournaments, has kind of been letting me down, so it's really good to see him back to his former glory. I think part of Koopa's boost here is the fact that there's target saturation. There's so many targets that people are ignoring Koopa more. And I think that really shows in his score. 3rd place goes to the Space Rock. Space Rock, coast to coast, the Chicken Rock. Space Rock got 3,755 points. Wow. There was a game where she didn't do anything against Bob because he got nailed by a chariot. She got nailed by a chariot. So she would have been a lot higher if she was allowed to go rampant on that game as well. And then 2nd place with a huge, and I mean a huge upset. 2nd place earned 5,000 points. Let me repeat. 2nd place earned 5,000 points in 6 games, averaging 1,000 points a game. Okay. And that is General Zod. Zod! That is crazy. I normally see Zod taking 1st place in points, usually. Okay? That is crazy to think that Zod got 5,000 points and somebody took more points than Zod. And Zod, I don't think died any games. No, I don't think Zod died in any games. 1st game, he was nuts. He just took a ridiculous amount. Who the hell is calling me from California? It's probably my cousin. Alright. Yeah, so it was really the the 1st game against the Demon Prince, he just ripped apart most of his units, and then the last game against Gottschalk, he took a good chunk of points too. So, who took the whole shebang? Who took 1st place? It goes to Bazooka and the Horde. Holy shit. It's a trap. These are my assassins. These guys, besides the pregame with Nick, they killed, and that's because Nick knows they're a trap. They held the DP and helped kill him. James Valdez game, they killed 2 combat lords. One of them being the general. Game 3 against Bob, they took out his general and helped out. And not only that, they killed a Gortak. Game 4, they freaking repelled the spearmen and BSB, and then won that combat and forced them to run. And Game 5, they killed the general, and they would have killed the BSB. They are insane. Wow. Whew. Alright, guys. Well, guys, it's a very long video. I'm going to wrap it up as fast as I can. Guys, here is my trophy wall, and honestly, this trophy wall means a lot to me. Besides, I'm not trying to be like a gloat or anything like that, but this shows me a lot of memories. This shows me that wooden sword from Brawler's Bash, the Adepticon medals from Adepticon, the telephone booth from Blood in the Sun when Fergus ran it, the YouTuber awards, then the giant Buckeye battle win, and just all the events I've been to in the last 2 to 3 years. And just to see now that I ran out of room pretty much for a weapon, so I put the sword on this wall over here. Just to show me that I'm having a good time doing this. I'm enjoying the hobby. I'm enjoying going to these events. And by the way, going back to this picture over here, you can't see it, but I got my armband from Australia last year. Not the armband; it's a cup, like a mug holder to keep it cool. But you know, just to see all the places I've been, and then just showing, like, you know, to see it more or less. And I really appreciate the memories that you guys are helping me create. And basically, I'm enjoying everything along with this hobby, and I'm trying to give you as much more content as I can possibly give you. I know a lot of you don't like me. I know a lot of you love me. I know I'm not everybody's bag of chips, all right? But I'm your damn bag of chips, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given. And speaking of support, I have to plug it in. Of course I have to plug it in. Guys, I'm going to Salamanca, Spain, and I am dead broke. If you guys can show your support by donating to my channel, I fixed my GoFundMe, so you go to my GoFundMe, you go to my Patreon, sign up. Anything helps. $1 to $5 to $10 to whatever you guys could afford, whatever you guys could budget. That would be great, because that would help me get to Salamanca, Spain, because it's going to cost me a lot of money. Plus, I'm missing 2 weeks of work. So, besides that, guys, I don't know if I'm going to get more battle reports up before Spain, because Spain's creeping up on me. So that's coming up, and guys, I'm really happy. I'm still in shock that I won Buckeye battles. Like I said, it's raising hell in the Orc and Goblin threads, because people want to nerf a lot of things in Orc and Goblins, and I'm like, you guys don't understand. Like, Orcs and Goblins actually do suck. They're an army that's a really hard army to play, because they do have tools, but they don't give you many options with those tools that would be competitive. Whereas other armies, I'll explain to you this simple. One army with a alchemy and a flaming banner and a faster initiative could pretty much destroy my whole army. Man, why are so many people calling me right now? Anyways, so guys, I hope you enjoy this. I enjoy making them, and I am going to pretty much call it there, because this video has dragged on way too long. And besides that, I'm going to go get my tooth ripped out now, so I'll be in pain. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it enlightened you some of them on how I won and what I think of it. I do appreciate the fact that even though I won by paint, because there was 2 people who had better battle scores, that it showed me my painting was worth it. It showed me all the hours I put into my army is worth it. It showed me tearing down my old display board and building a new display board was worth it. Even though my old display board was still there and was torn up to shit. But it just shows me a lot that that I appreciated from why I do this. And it is an overall award. It's not a battle point award. So I feel like overall I didn't let you guys down. Alright, so guys, I wasn't expecting it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and that's all I gotta say. Take care, and peace. Sorry, I forgot some things. I was editing the video, and I realized I didn't even say thank you to Jeff Parkhurst. You ran a wonderful tournament, and it's huge. Jeff, I will go to Buckeyes as much as I can in the future. I'm going to show my support at Strength in Numbers too. We're going to go ahead and bring the Juice Crew. This will be right after ETC. And then besides that, as you can tell in this picture right here, I'm showing you guys a picture of the Buckeye Battles ARC template that they gave out to us. I really appreciate that I got these. Not only that, but I got the Buckeye dice, which I call the cow dice. But my friend Aaron Asher, he is actually showing his support to Team Mexico by donating any money that received from these ARC templates, because he sells them. If you guys need any of these line of sight ARC templates, movement trays, or anything like that, you could contact Aaron Asher. I'll
plug in his Etsy shop on my description box, and you guys can go there. Anyways, guys, all right, that's all I got to say. And till next time, peace.